Let me ask you something. Do you think you could actually build $1 million business without hiring a single person? Well, the answer today is a resounding yes, and this right here, this is the roadmap. We're about to dive into a whole new generation of AI tools that are completely rewriting the rules for entrepreneurs. So let's get into it.
This one idea, it's the key to everything. You've got to wrap your head around this mental shift. The fastest growing, most profitable businesses of the very near future won't be run by people who do the work. Nope, they'll be run by people who direct the work. So what does it mean to be a director in this new world? Well, think of yourself as the conductor of an orchestra. You're the one with the vision. You understand what all the instruments, all the AI tools are capable of, and you strategically guide this automated workforce to execute every single task. You're no longer just checking things off a to-do list. You're the architect of the entire system.
And the goal here is big, no doubt about it, $1 million in revenue. But here's the kicker. Without the crushing overhead of salaries and management, this target starts to look surprisingly realistic, but only if you adopt that director mindset. Okay, so how do we actually build this thing? Well, it all starts with pillar one, automating the core engine of your business. This is all about creating systems that run your back-end operations and workflows 24/7, even when you're asleep. And look, this is not a theoretical exercise. Here's a real-world example. There's a company right now doing $25 million a year with a process that looks just like this. They use a tool like Zapier to completely automate their delivery. A client pays, fills out a form, and a whole chain of events just happens. No human intervention needed. That's the kind of power we're talking about. For this kind of automation, you've got options. Zapier is absolutely brilliant for connecting all your different apps and creating those simple, straight-line workflows. If this happens, then do that. But when things get a little more complex, you've got a tool like Gumloop. This thing lets you build visual workflows where the AI can actually make decisions based on logic, routing tasks based on changing conditions, not just some fixed path you set up beforehand. Next up, think about the biggest bottleneck in almost any business. Someone has a question and they are completely stuck until they get an answer. Well, that's where something we can call an organizational AI comes into play. It's an AI that lives inside your company's chat, like Slack, and it just listens. It monitors conversations and instantly gives people answers, finding the right document or the right policy to unblock them immediately. And this quote just nails where everything is headed. The future is an internal AI that basically acts as a mentor, a peer, and an advisor all at once. It uses the entire collective knowledge of your company to guide everyone. You don't need that one person who knows everything anymore because the AI knows everything. Okay, let's move to our second pillar, and this is where we start replacing entire departments. This is your on-demand creative agency and your in-house tech team all rolled into one, and all powered by AI. You have got to hear this story. It's just perfect. Imagine this. A CEO walks into the office and he sees one of his guys from the finance department, someone who is absolutely not a technical person, and he's just there, writing software code. How is that even possible? The answer was Cursor. It's an AI-powered code editor that can turn plain English prompts into production-ready code. I mean, just like that, anyone who understands logic can now build software. The barrier to entry has just been completely obliterated.
A tool like Cursor creates what the tech world calls a 10x programmer. That's one person who is 10 times more productive than their peers. Think about it. Instead of hiring 10 developers at, say, $250,000 each, one single person can now achieve the same output. The cost savings are just astronomical.
And it's not just for code. Your entire creative and product development can be handled by AI. You've got Icon, which can spin up hundreds of ad variations for you to test. You've got Gamma, which can turn a boring bulleted list into a beautiful branded pitch deck in minutes. And then there's Lovable, which can build a fully functional app just from a simple text description. Insane.
This leads to a really wild, forward-looking idea. For decades, right, businesses have run on spreadsheets to solve all those small internal problems. Well, in the future, they're going to run on these disposable apps, custom software built in minutes to solve one specific problem, and then just tossed aside.
All right, on to our third and final pillar. This is where we look at the tools that become your direct partner, your co-pilot. These are the AIs that boost your own abilities in strategy, in research, and in communication, making you an even more effective director. I mean, just look at the suite of personal assistants. You've got Fathom, which can join your meetings and take perfect notes so you can actually focus on the conversation. Then there's Notebook LM, which acts as your research partner, synthesizing huge documents for you. And Precision connects directly to your business data and suggests strategic moves based on what it's seeing. Now, when it comes to research, you've got to pick the right tool for the job. For instance, a model like Claude is often way better for deep analysis of text, finding hidden connections in documents or writing really high-quality copy. But on the other hand, ChatGPT's deep research feature can access live web data, which is incredible for analyzing your social network to find pathways for an introduction. And here's a brilliant example of a hybrid approach. Ravio isn't designed to replace your sales team, it's designed to make them superhuman. It's a co-pilot for sales chats that summarizes long conversations and suggests smart replies, but it always keeps a human in the loop to maintain that absolutely crucial personal touch. So, after looking at all these pillars and all these incredible tools, we come right back to that central theme. It's not about what you can do anymore. It's all about what you can direct. We've looked at about 15 different AI tools today, but honestly, the specific names, they aren't the point. They're just the building blocks that are available right now. The real power is in how you decide to combine them. The technology is already here. That's what's so wild. It can code, it can design, it can analyze, it can automate. The only real bottleneck left is your own creativity. It's your ability to be the conductor, to orchestrate all these tools effectively. So, I guess that's the final question to leave you with. With a team of tireless, brilliant AI agents at your command, just waiting through your instructions, what problem are you going to solve? What kind of business are you going to build? What will you direct?